The support in the community is amazing.
Community can make or break you. Like having a family and having something to fall back on when maybe other people don't quite understand can mean the world.
There is a certain like camaraderie and fellowship.
It kind of feels like an oasis.
Absolutely like a really big, awkward, dysfunctional family.
Every single time I meet a new performer, I'm just like, I would have,
Even though burlesque catches a lot of things, all those various communities, all those communities are they have their own insular communities also.
So we have family feuds, we have fights, we have, we fight out like, animals at the zoo.
When something happens to one of us, everybody helps.
Because a lot of us don't have insurance and we don't have money for medical expenses. Like, we do our best to keep ourselves healthy as we can.
There was an issue with my schooling at one point when I was getting my doctorate, and the burlesque community came together and raised a significant chunk of money in a very short period of time to keep the problem from happening, which ultimately resulted in me graduating and earning my doctorate. And I don't think that I could have done that without the support of the community.
I used to be in a Church of Christ community back in my old hometown. I used to be a preacher, and some people might get pissy about this, but I find it to be very similar to a church community. as much as I offend churches.
We've had community members that have gotten into car accidents and needed help with medical bills. We've had performers that have had, their houses broken into, or their houses burned down, or something terrible happened, and everybody's just right there with contributions and donations and support. It's just like, it's awesome.
They got me out of a hard place. It was really great timing, and I owed them everything. And as time has gone on, they're now my peers instead of people I admired for a little bit and then slowly built up relationships with.
I've learned a lot about social justice through the burlesque community.
We have strong beliefs about freedom and about censorship.
The fact that everybody can get along just proves that everything outside of that community, that's like people killing each other, the racism, this, that, and the other, is just asinine. If we can all get along, why can't everybody else get along?
The essence of a burlesque show is variety.
Having a support system of people that also get on stage and show their bodies.
Every single human being feels music and feels dance differently.
I meet all kinds of people that I don't think I would ever meet otherwise. And what's always really fun to me hanging out with these people as performers is getting to be backstage with them and seeing what they're like before they put their costume on.
You have your own little world that you niche out based on what you bring. And so it's just this awesome artist collective of like, oh my God, I would have never thought to take off my G-string like that. Oh my God. It's like it just disappeared, and then you get backstage and you're like, how did you do that? Because everybody is so different in how they vision things. It just creates a better community because of the differences, which again is rare in a lot of artistic fields. But when you get that many people together that all want to do something awesome, everybody does awesome different, and then you're like, boom!
There's always like people lending each other pieces of makeup or costumes or duct tape or whatever it is somebody needs, like eyelash glue that they forgot at home.
Hey, I need pasty tape. Hey, who brought a set of fishnets? Like, it's everybody's pulling together to make something awesome. So it's not like other shows where they're like, I'm gonna trip you as you go down the stairs so that way I get an extra spot. There's none of that. It's everybody wants everybody to look as good as possible so we can make something awesome.
Being introduced to this community with these really big personalities and such an eclectic mix of backgrounds has been a challenge for me, but in a good way, because it's really helping me make up for lost time in terms of learning how to interact with people.
I had never had this gay support group before. At least that's what it was for me. Or a queer-friendly support group where I could express myself as I needed to develop further on in my life.
They're there for you whenever you think that there's nobody else out there like you.
We understand that we all are coming from something, whether it be, just a home that we didn't think was really a home, or we're coming from a terrible job that we still have. We're finding this escape in something that we can all agree is a fun thing to do.
And whenever you get off stage, and if there's nobody there to support you, nobody there to tell you you did great, you were amazing. You know, you start tearing yourself down, like, I messed this part up. Nobody really knows that unless you tell them.
Some of these people I'm best friends with, some of these people have come and gone from my life.
It honestly feels like the one place I can show up and everybody knows exactly who I am. And it's cool. Like, I show up and I'm like, sup? And everyone's like, hey. There's no pretense. There's no you have to be somebody. And it's rare. It's rare to find a place where you can be exactly who you are. And I'd say 95% of the people are cool with it. I mean, there are always the 5% that are like, no, you're weird. I'm like, yeah, duh. Ask everybody else around here. You're just getting the memo.